There's voices in me head. There's voices in me head. Okay, Barthes. Okay. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? How's it going? You doing good? You doing good? I hope so. Quick book update. Mythologies, Roland Barthes. This is so boring. I think this was just the wrong place to start with Barthes. There was an essay about laundry detergent and sort of about the modernization of France. Okay, Barthes. Okay. Like I care why. But let me say, if Didion wrote about, like, you know, detergent, I'd eat that shit up. There was a really cute essay on, ooh, what's his name? Charlie Chaplin's Modern Times, and that was really cool, except it was like 3 pages. I was like, couldn't this have been longer? But it's sort of about man and how Chaplin approaches politics by not ever talking about politics, but sort of relying on the outskirts of politics in order to convey like a moral theme or lesson in his films, which I thought was like so interesting because I was like, you know, there's a humanity in Chaplin's films and I can't understand why. Now I do, thanks to Barthes' breakdown. It's interesting, he mentions that Chaplin always creates a narrative around the man who is hungry. The representations of hunger are always epic with him, and how man is hungry and how does he find sustenance? How does he eat? Is it lavish? Is it just for survival? And yeah, that's the basis of the slapstick humor of Chaplin and sort of the wonder of his work. Nothing really too exciting. He had an essay about toys. Really, really strange collection of essays, if you ask me. But here, some really exciting things. I got book mail, so we're gonna do a little unboxing, shall we? It was kindly sent. Martyr by Kaveh Akbar. I was first enamored by this because it's such a fun cover. Look at that, it's so fun. I love that. Well, let me tell you, it's coming January 2024. Ooh, look at this. It comes with like all these little cute cards. Okay, great. What are you about? Can we figure this out together? Okay, well, I'm just gonna read the little blurbs for you. I can't remember the last time a book made me feel like this. Wise and wise asked. Brilliant and blisteringly alive. The best novel you'll ever read about the joy of language, addiction, displacement, martyrdom, belonging, and homesickness. That was from Lauren Groff. Okay, well there we have it. But yes, Martyr, out by, is that Knopf? Yes, Knopf, by Kaveh Akbar. This is out January 2024. Cute, so cute. I love that. And they also sent, look, a tote. Isn't that so fun? That is so cute. The Abyss gave me art. Oh, so good. Does this have a pocket on the inside? Come on, Knopf. Put pockets on the inside of tote bags. Regardless, that's a lot of fun. Okay, well. So cool. Cool, Knopf. Cool. So cool. Okay, well, those are the updates for now. Yeah, today it's raining, which is fine because it's cooling the weather, and I love that. But yes, that's it. I'll keep y'all posted. Hope you're doing well. Love ya. Hi y'all, I'm running late, so this will be quick. Fit breakdown, Big Daddy tee. Shirt, not t-shirt, shirt. Black vest underneath, white tee. Simple white tee underneath. 51% jeans, shorts. I'm going to the city for a few days, he thinks, just to like have a Friendsgiving. It is Chuseok weekend. It is sort of the Thanksgiving of Korea. Do we like the blue? Do we like the blue? And to tie it all together, we got, what is this? Why is the Salaryman carrying a surfboard? Yes, this will be the weekend read, if you will. So yeah, let's go. Yo, I'm literally so extra. Why did I just decide to bring the Barthes? 30 pages shy of finishing. Yeah, taking the bus, not a taxi, because every penny counts. I'd rather pay $1 than $5 to get to where I want to go, so. Yo, it is so dead in Seoul. I didn't realize how dead it was. Usually I felt like Chuseok holiday that it was like pretty busy with many like people. I guess tourists, but it's quite dead. I don't know why I'm whispering. I feel like, I know, it's like way too quiet. But yeah, crazy. Started this after finishing Mythologies on the train. Updates to come, but it is a snoozer. Okay, I'll keep you posted. Going to get a haircut. Yes, sorry, I forgot to update. I'm going to get a haircut because this is a literal mop, so I'm going to get a haircut. Y'all, for real, it makes a great coaster. Look at this. Happy Chuseok! Yeah. Juho, hello?
Action.
Action.
It's your boy Nate. I read books because reading is sexy, and if you're not reading, you're not sexy. I don't know if you can hear like the morning birds and some of the slow traffic, but it is a quite cool Monday morning. It is 8 a.m. This is probably the earliest I've ever filmed like any book updates. But I had a pretty chill weekend, didn't do too much, and that's fine. That's fine. Kept it real chill. As you probably saw in B-roll footage. I don't even know how I'm gonna edit that. Honestly, it's just like a bunch of random clips, I think. So I have to create some kind of structure. But I finished a few books over the weekend because, you know, it's that panic moment. It was last weekend of September, and I just decided to panic run through a bunch of books. I finished Roland Barthes' Mythologies before heading into Seoul. This is a collection of essays surrounding the mythology of time. What does it mean when we create narratives out of the things that exist within our cultures? And Barthes was writing within his time during the sort of, it's like 60s, 70s, and 80s of like French culture. So he covers a lot of things close to his heart and his time. But honestly, this was so dry. It was not fun at all. Let's be real. I think there are only 3 essays within this collection that I thought were somewhat interesting. There was an essay about like wine and food and just like how incorporated it is as a mythology within French culture, how inherent it is, and how, I don't know, there's this beautiful part where he talks about like wine and how it's very much more of a social thing integrated into culture versus because I feel like for Americans, we drink to get drunk, right? But for the French, wine is just such a, what do you want to call it? Like a social tool in creating modes of comfort and leisure. And then sort of the last essay is sort of a breakdown of basically his entire look into these essays. And honestly, it was just really long, drawn out, and unnecessary. But it looks as like myth as a type of speech and how it's a way of speaking. It's a way of communicating our trusts and beliefs and how we maneuver the world. Yeah, Buddy read this with Alex. Thanks, Alex, for being so patient with me through this because I did not have a good time. I don't think you had a good time either. But you know, I'm gonna do more Barthes in the future. But yeah, this is not the place to start with Barthes. So dry. Although, if you are a marketing student, I think you should give this a shot. I think Barthes is a great structuralist, the way he creates arguments. Yeah, the whole idea of mythology, I think, works very well in terms of like advertisement and marketing. So yeah, if you want like a sort of philosophical / art reference or point of view in like a marketing advertisement way, this is good shit. Yeah, Mythologies, Roland Barthes. Okay, then after that, I was like, I don't know what my time is gonna be like in the city, so I decided to pick up this somewhat tiny read, but this is Why is the Salaryman Carrying a Surfboard by Ray Masaki. He is a Japanese American living in Tokyo. His girlfriend is uber cool. Her name is Lindsay, and she creates these like really pretty graphics over Japanese film photography. It's great, good stuff. But this looks at how Japan appropriates and takes from Western idealism and imagery and how it incorporates it into its own advertisement. And I think every Japanese advertisement business needs to pick this up. I think it does a very good introductory into what appropriation is, sort of the social issues within America surrounding the Black body that gives weight to what Black imagery is and how it should not be appropriated within Japanese advertisement and popular media, in like anime and so on and so forth. But yeah, I thought this was really interesting in from a linguistic standpoint. There was kazari eigo and kazari nihongo, where within your language you bastardize another language to make it feel more comfortable and your own in a way. So for example, like sando, which is short for sandwich, so like a katsu sando, like a donkatsu sandwich. They bastardized the sandwich into Japanese to make it more comfortable in their own language. Just the way that they phoneticize and also shorten it, which I thought was really interesting. The ways in which we incorporate languages outside of our own, make it our own in a way, and I think it's beautiful. But outside of that, does a very good job of, gives a brief history on basic American social justice issues and the early ways in which Japan was sort of westernizing its own advertisements. He does a really cool job of picking out Shiseido and them using sort of like an art deco way of portraying their own brand, and how it, because it seems European through this imagery, that it is more expensive than it needs to be. So it was like selling its products like 3 times its normal rate compared to competitors, which was really interesting. Masaki does an okay job of sort of collecting the Wikipedia tabs of everything, because he immediately starts with Shiseido in like the 1920s and then like jumps 80 years ahead into something else. I think like an episode of Dragon Ball Z or something. And I was just like, okay, that is, woo, that's quite a jump, sir. I think it could have been compiled a bit better, but as something that feels very introductory, I think, yeah, again, like this is a really good 101. And then I also finished Our Share of Night by Mariana Enriquez. Yeah, I'm doing a live with Roisin, so I won't talk too much about it, but I was actually delightfully surprised. The last part of the book sort of takes a turn into this like social cultural place, and I was like, whoa, this is really, really cool. The way that Enriquez was able to like incorporate social, historical, political issues within Argentina with like a horror lens, like well done, actually well done. Like at the beginning, I was getting frustrated. I was getting frustrated because the scary imagery just wasn't enough, and everything just felt way too muddled and cloudy. I didn't know where it was headed. But now, looking at it from afar and sort of seeing it all, it's beautifully done. And that it's sophisticated, scary, and done in a like a, yeah, I don't know, like it was good. I'm still sort of compiling my thoughts on it because I'm preparing for a chat, but I thought I had fun. It was quite a good spooky read. I think my favorite spooky read. Not as scary as I was expecting it to be, but it was enriching in other ways. It turned out to be more interesting than the horror bits, and I came in thinking I was going to get more horror, but it was the other way around. But delightfully surprised, we'll say. And then after I finished that, because I had no more books, I brought no more physical books with me, I decided to start my ARC of the Tatami Time Machine Blues by Tomihiko Morimi, translated by Emily Balistrieri. I don't know if I mentioned, but I watched the anime for the first book and had a blast. This one sort of works within the same narrative, except in this one we sort of like try to figure out how this time machine was made and where it comes from, and like its first attempts essentially. So it feels like a prequel, but it's a sequel, if that makes any sense. Like it does a lot more back history of the story. But if you liked the Tatami Galaxy World, I think you'll like this. I'm about halfway through and it's been fun. A lot of it just feels a bit rehashed from the first story, essentially. But it's tight. It's tight. It's a lot of fun. It's fun. It's fine. It's fine. And then I was at my friend's place and there was just like a bunch of books that this person was getting rid of. And I picked up from the stack James Salter Solo Faces. I like Salter. I like his prose a lot. And I've only read A Sport and a Pastime and Light Years. And I don't think I've done this one, which I think is about like mountaineering. So yeah, excited to read this. What does this say? One of the few novels I've read which captures the genuine feel of climbing. There we have it. And the cover's fine. So I was like, why not? Why not? Glad someone was getting rid of this. I love me a free book. And then, because it is the first week of October, Simon from Savage Reads, Mr. Savage, we are finally doing our first buddy read. We are doing If an Egyptian Cannot Speak English by Noranaga. I am a mere 16 pages in, and let me tell you, this world that Noranaga has captured, the imagery within this, so striking. Egypt and the images that our narrator has decided to pick out and sort of paint this portrait of her time there as an English teacher at the American consulate, I believe, has been, yeah, really, really interesting. Lots of questions about what it means to return home without speaking the language, getting to one's roots and understanding all that gorgeously done so far. Family, place, time, the self, and the self's history, and the generational tricklings of why I'm here. That ultimate question, like, why am I here? Where am I from? And what have I come to do? Really good so far. I'm just gonna do a bunch of YouTube stuff. This update, I think I have to do my wrap up today. Keep it chill. I have today and tomorrow off, which is nice. Look at this like little bit of coffee. Yeah, keep it chill. Probably get some writing done. I feel like I haven't written in a really long while. Like, I just say because I have a friend, Hajin, she's coming back to Korea, and I miss her and I love her so much. And we have so much like book talk to sort of catch up on and stuff. If anyone hasn't, she was involved in my Nookish guest bit for my newsletter. She's reading Bolano's 2666, is that it? And a bunch of like other cool details. I love her so much, and you should read that because she's uber cool. Yeah, but like I want to just retreat, become a recluse, and write. Okay, this is gonna sound like crazy, but I had a dream about one of my characters, and he had like, this never happens, but like usually when you dream, or at least for me, when you dream, I get like a bird's eye view of everything, of my character and such, but one of my characters like directly referenced, like he was like talking to me, and like in the dream I was sort of like taken aback. I was like, oh my god, I think I've neglected like attention and care for my characters. Now I sound absolutely crazy. These like non-real people are talking to me. Yes, there's voices in me head. There's voices in me head. I'm okay, y'all. I promise. But yeah, I just need to like give them the attention and care that they deserve, and I haven't done that. So all balance, I want to say I'm a big advocate for balance, but like really I just need to like coop myself up in my home and just sit at my laptop and write. That's it. That's all the updates. Be well, do good work, keep in touch.